Okay, next rule we're breaking. Let's see what it is. I haven't gotten banned yet, but oh my gosh. Wait, swearing? No. Dude, I can't do that. I am family friendly, but you know what? I'll break that rule just for this video. But I'm not gonna say any bad words. I'm gonna type them. Let's see if I get banned for typing these.
Let's take these app icons and make them horror themed, starting with the Notes app. And all we really have to do is change the color at the top and give it a name. Okay, but this is the easiest design of the entire video, especially compared to the final icon, so let's move on to Safari. First, we need to change the color of the compass and add back the needle thing with a drop shadow. Now I'll just go around the bottom of the compass with a darker red, kind of like it's filled around the edge of the liquid to give it some more depth. And then just do the same, but with highlights. Finally, I'll change the blending mode to overlay so we can see all the ticks. So here is Safari, but horror. We still have YouTube and Discord at the bottom of the compass with a darker red, kind of like it's filled with blood or Kool-Aid if that's what you want to think. But I'll add some more drippy parts to make it look like it's sloshing around, and after that I'll add some shadows around the edge of the liquid to give it some more depth. And then just do the same but with highlights. Finally, I'll change the blending mode to overlay so we can see all the ticks. So here is Safari, but horror. We still have YouTube and Discord at the end of the video, but first, let's make a horror version of the weather app. I'll start by changing the background colors to look more gloomy before copying the cloud and changing its color. After that, I'll take the rain and make it red, like blood, but we're still missing the sun. Well, actually, we're gonna use the moon. So I'll add the moon and then finish up the image with some glow. So here is the horror weather app. We still have a lot more horror icons to make, but the next is Snapchat, which already has a ghost, it's just not very scary. So let's make a darker yellow gradient on the background and make the logo white, but I think it would be cool if we made this look like a liquid glass icon. So I'll fade out the bottom of the ghost before giving it that liquid glass outline. Next, I'll draw an eye on the right and copy it to the left. We also need to add a mouth, so I'll make it really long and creepy, and then use Liquify to mess with the shape of the eyeballs to make them look even more scary and ghost-like. And that's basically it. So here is the horror version of Snapchat. And if you're enjoying the video so far, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos. We still have 5 more icons to turn into horror, but the next one is actually coming from a comment on this video that wanted a more realistic heart for the health icon. Challenge accepted. Now, this isn't a realistic video, so the heart will still be kinda cartoonish, but to give it more of that horror feel, I'm obviously gonna add some blood splatter behind it. I'll finish it up by adding some shadows below the heart, so here's the horror health app. The next icon we're gonna turn into horror is the mail app. I'm gonna keep the envelope, but make the background a bit darker. And following that, we'll draw some blood at the bottom, like it's dripping off the envelope or something.
You serious?
But the blood is super flat, so to give it the 3D kind of look of the Apple style, I'll go around it with some highlights and shadows, which actually does kind of match the style. Let's darken it up before giving it a shadow, but now the icon is kind of empty on the top half. So I'll bring up the envelope and make it a bit taller, and finally, let's just seal it up with a bloody fingerprint and give it an extra splat for good luck. So here's the horror mail icon. And before we turn Discord and YouTube into horror, let's make another simple design. So let's take the Pages app and make it horror. We'll erase the pin from the icon and make the colors more red. Next, I'll add back the line at the bottom and bring in a knife. But this obviously doesn't match the original style, which also has these lines in between the pin. So to kind of match that style, let's make some holes in the handle and then separate it from the blade. Finally, I'll just make the whole thing white, and this is what we got. And now that we finished the Pages app, let's move on to Discord, which has a nice little face, so we're gonna have to do something about that.
Yeah, boy.
Let's remove the original eyeballs before adding some new ones back at the top. I'll make it a little bit darker and give them a mouth, and I drew some sharp teeth, but I think this would be a lot more creepy if we flipped the mouth and messed with the shape a little bit. Next, I'll add some shadows onto the tooth for some more depth, and then place them around the mouth. Let's change the color of the mouth to black with a little bit of red in the corners and just do the same with the eyeballs. I'll give the icon some more depth and a drop shadow. I guess we could also give the teeth some blood because, I mean, this thing looks like it eats people. So here is the Discord icon, but scary. I didn't really know where this would end up when I started, but I think the monster came together pretty well. So let's move on to the final app, and that's the one you're on right now. But this YouTube icon kind of sucks, so I think we should use the old one, which was a TV. And the one thing I think about when combining TVs and horror is, well, The Ring. So let's just do that, but in the Apple style. I'll start by making a square and rounding the edges to replace the screen before copying the highlight on the top. Next, I'll add some TV static and mess with the blending mode, which looks pretty good, but the TV is still kind of too bright and colorful.
Brain rot dolls here, and we're going to cut them open tonight at 3 in the morning because these aren't normal dolls, they are mystery dolls. And they contain a lot of awesome stuff inside. I'm sensing something from Sammy the admin here too. Oh wow! Look friends, Sammy's doll is moving. I didn't know these Steal a Brain Rot dolls could move. The thing is, wow, now it's stopped again. Let's put his doll back with the others. Moving. I didn't know these Steal a Brain Rot dolls could move. The thing is, wow, now it's stopped again. Let's put his doll back with the others. We also have the doll here from a Los Tralalerito, Spaghetti Toiletti's doll. Wow, it stinks. By Karkaka Kukur, the strawberry elephant. Wow, did he just trumpet? This is 6-7's doll, that's Pot Hotspots. Wow. Did a mobile phone just ring inside that doll? The one belonging to Miol, Ketcheru, and Mustaru? That's just ketchup and mustard, but yuck! Ketcheru actually sprayed ketchup on me. Evil doll. And we have the doll of Job Sahur. La Asoxicola. Pop Sahur. Wow, it says lighted here. Oh, I'm so curious what happens. And we have the Avocadini Antilopini doll. But we also bought the creepiest Steal a Brain Rot doll there is. And that's the one from 666. This doll is so cursed that we locked it up in this prison. I'm so excited to see what's inside.
But you can only cut me open once you get 10,000 likes.
All right, friends. It says so here. We need those 10,000 likes first. So give a big thumbs up if you want to know what's in the 666 doll. But that's not all. We also have the dolls from 2 Lucky Blocks, specifically the one from a normal and a creepy Halloween variant. If we cut these open, ultra rare brain rots will pop out. But we still have one last doll left, and it's from a brand new brain rot that hasn't been released yet. It's in this box, but in order for us to take a look inside, lots of you need to subscribe for free. And then we'll find out what kind of brain rot this is. But wow, the first of you are already subscribing. That means we can take a look right away. The thing is, which brain rot should we cut open first? Write your favorite brain rot in the comments now, and the one that gets written the most, we'll start with that one.
Please write Miol in the comments. It's my favorite brain rot.
Hey, quiet down, Birdman. Let the viewers decide. You have 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. And we check your brain rot choice, starting with Job Sahur. Oh, wow, cool brain rot, friends. And I can already sense so many things in him. I have to say, I'm gonna make a cut right now. Here on his mouth, like this. He is open. And now let's see directly what is inside. But wow, I already see something, and it looks like his tongue. Haha, friends, I just have his tongue in my hand. How funny. But wow, now I've even torn it off. It's crazy. Would you have thought that his real tongue is in Job Sahur? Well, I don't, but I'll see if I can find anything else in here. Oh yes, I've got something else. Now I've even torn it off. It's crazy. Would you have thought that his real tongue is in Job Sahur? Well, I don't, but I'll see if I can find anything else in here. Oh yes, I've got something else here, and that's money, friends. Why is there money in Job Sahur? He must have earned it from his many jobs. The thing is, it doesn't look like real money. No, you can open it up here, and wow, there's chocolate inside. It's chocolate money, friends. How delicious. It's much better than real money. I feel more in Job Sahur, but to get it out, we need to cut this hole bigger. His mouth is wider now. Oh wow, do you see that? It's something blue, big, and looks like a camera. Wow, yes, and it says so right here. It's Job Sahur's. Maybe he used to be a photographer. Well, let's turn this camera on right away, like this. Oh, we can now see everything the camera sees on the screen. Let's take a picture of the brain rot dolls here. Let's go, like this. A photo is taken, and wow, what's happening now? Look here in front of the camera. This picture is just coming out. How cool. That means the camera always prints the pictures it takes right away. Here we can see all the brain rot dolls. I want a picture like that of myself. I'll take one right now. Let's go. So, a photo has been taken, and now it should pop up right here in front. And yes, the picture is popping up. This thing is wow. Look, I'm not alone in this picture. Behind me is Job Sahur. How creepy. Was he really there when I took that picture? Hopefully not. Write right now in the comments if you saw anything. Maybe he's angry because we're cutting open his doll. Well, let's take a look at what else is in there. I'm going right in, and wow. Look, I see something metallic in here. I'm pulling it out in this. Wow, it's a cooking pot. And the back says something too. I cooked something tasty for you. Wow, how cool. Sahur has become a chef, and now we can eat something delicious that he has cooked. Let's open the pot, but oh, wow, what a disgusting smell is coming out of there. And in here is just brown mush. I think Job Sahur is not a good cook, friends. I don't think you can eat that. There's an eye swimming in there. I won't take a bite of that. I feel nothing in Job Sahur's body now, but wow, something's still in his bat. Let's cut that open now. And in here there is also a real baseball bat. Whoa, ouch, that hurt. Otherwise, I feel nothing more in Job Sahur. So now we cut to his brother Pop Sahur. Or rather, no, we don't have to cut him open at all. We have to light him up here at the top. Let's put our knife aside and just do exactly what it says here. First, we have to remove the note, and now we can get started. I'm so excited to see what happens next. But wow, I think it's working, and the fuse is starting to burn. Wow, that looks crazy. I'm so excited to see what happens. When it's completely burned down, it's almost reached him. Oh no, friends. Whoa! Oh no! Pop. Sahur just completely burst. And now there's smoke everywhere. I got hit by everything. Oh well, it was actually really fun. And we have many more dolls to look inside. I'd say let's open the one from my favorite brain rot. It's from a Tralalerito. So excited what's inside. It's super heavy. Wow. Let's cut him open here on his belly. So make an incision here. He's open and wow, I can already recognize something in there. And that's such a big package with a golden egg inside. It says it's a Tralalerito's egg. This means that if we put this egg here in the water and wait a few minutes, one of the real Tralaleritos hatches out. Let's get the egg out of its packaging. Here it is. And we'll do what the instructions say. I already He's open and wow, I can already recognize something in there. And that's such a big package with a golden egg inside. It says it's a Tralalerito's egg. This means that if we put this egg here in the water and wait a few minutes, one of the real Tralaleritos hatches out. Let's get the egg out of its packaging. Here it is. And we'll do what the instructions say. I already prepped an aquarium for this, and now we put the egg in there. Let's go. The egg is underwater. And look, bubbles are already rising from it. And now it's going under. That means we only have to wait a few minutes until our little Tralalerito hatches. Stay tuned so you don't miss it. In the meantime, let's take a look right away at what else is still in the doll from the Tralalerito inside. Wow, what is that? Yes, lots of blue beads are coming out of the doll right now. Yuck, they are totally slimy. But there is something underneath here, and it's a color roller. Huh, what is that doing inside him? But wow, I see even more in there, and that is some kind of rolled up note. And on it is a coloring picture of the Los Tralaleritos. Aha. And we're supposed to paint that with a paint roller. Let's do it right away. We dip our paint roller into the paint like this. Now it's full of paint, and we can paint the coloring picture. So let's go. Oh yes, it works. One of them is almost completely blue. The thing is, wow, this color smells delicious. Like blueberries. Can we eat it? Let's try. Oh yes, it tastes yummy too. Yummy. And look, the paint has turned my tongue completely blue. That's so cool. Well, let's see what else is inside the doll.
Stop, Doctor. The Tralaleritos hatched.
Oh, right, you're correct. And it's not just one little Tralalerito that hatched. It's all three of them, and one of them is super sad. This is way too intense, friends. This egg experiment actually worked. Let's immediately check if there are more cool things inside the Tralalerito's doll. Oh, I can't feel anything in his stomach anymore, but I feel something back here on his butt. What? Then let's cut him open right there, too. Okay, I'm making an incision. It's open, and wow, yes, you can really see something in there. I'll pull it out, and it's a diaper. Yeah, this one's really hard. It means it's full. Gross. But that makes sense. The Tralaleritos are babies, so they're still doing it in diapers. Let's open this one here. Oh, what is that, friends? There's some kind of yellow slimy stuff in this diaper. Yeah, how disgusting! That's not what I'm thinking, is it? But no, that doesn't smell bad at all. Like lemon. Do you think we can eat this? I'd say let's let a little bit of it run into our mouths. Oh, yes, it tastes like lemon frosting. It's super delicious, and I thought it would be something else. I think the Tralaleritos wanted to prank us, as intended, but otherwise I don't feel anything in my doll anymore. And that's why we're cutting open the next one right now. But wow, what is Isaac's doing there? I'd say we cut it open right next. It's a school, so we're cutting it open up here on the school roof. There. I'll reach behind his eyes. Behind his... Wow, I feel something there. I'll pull it out, and that is a pair of glasses. Does Isaac's wear glasses normally and we don't know? That'd be too much, but these glasses look really embarrassing. I can understand if he wants this to be a secret. The thing is, I felt even more in him here, and that was a little deeper in his body. I'm pulling it out, and whoa, this is some kind of gift. How cool. Let's open this right away. But oh no, there's something written on the back of the gift, namely that we shouldn't open it. And here's Lace Coca-Cola with lots of stop signs. Huh, but a gift is meant to be opened, isn't it, friends? I'd say we don't care what it says. We're looking inside anyway. I'll open it and pour out what's in there. Well, but yuck. Oh, friends, this gift has such a huge fly in it. Wow, it's crawling across the table now. I've never seen such a big fly. Yuck, how disgusting. Wow, the fly just flew away. Isaac's cola was right. I shouldn't have opened this gift. That was disgusting. Well, I feel even more in his doll, and wow, there's something inside his tongue up here. I'm going to cut right here there. Oh, wow, look, this tongue is filled with slime. Ugh, gross. There's just pink slime in there, but there's still something underneath. And this looks like a folded note. Let's unfold it and see what it says. Wow, I think I know what this is. It's a math test. Specifically, the one from 6-7. Friends, we have his doll here. We'll cut it open later. Let's check his math skills, but oh no, for every answer, he just wrote 6-7, and he got an F. That's the worst grade, friends. And I thought 6-7 was good in math. Well, let's see right away if there's anything left in La Esoxacola. So actually, I can't feel anything in here anymore, and that's why we're cutting directly to the next brain rot now. Or rather, let's open one of the lucky blocks. Should we take the creepy one or the normal one? Let's start with the normal one. I'll open it now by pointing at it. Let's go and... Whoa, it's bright, friends. I can barely see anything, but wow, it worked. The real Pot Hotspot is standing right next to me. That means the lucky blocks really work, but wow, where did Pot Hotspot go, friends? He was just here. Oh no, he must be running around somewhere in our apartment. How creepy, but I'd say let's cut open his doll next. A cell phone rang inside it right at the very beginning. I'm so excited to see if there really is one in there. Well, I'd say we should start by cutting open his arm here like this. Actually, he should only consist of bones there, and wow. Ugh, what is that? This brown goo in his arm, and under it, a real bone. Wow, so intense. Never seen a doll with real bones. How creepy. I feel even more inside him. And I think the next thing is up here on his face. Okay, let's cut to that too. Sorry, Pot Hotspot doll. But wow, what is that? And I think I just saw something intense in there. Wow, yeah, this is just a mini phone. It just rang in Pot Hotspot a moment ago. Let's turn this on right away. Let's go. But wow, this phone is currently showing that it has no Wi-Fi. Oh right, Pot Hotspot never has any Wi-Fi. That's why he's so sad. I'd say I'll log the phone directly into our Wi-Fi here there. I pressed connect, it worked, but wow. When I just connected this phone to the Wi-Fi here, Pot Hotspot just appeared. How crazy! We just gave him Wi-Fi!
Thanks, I finally have my dorm. I looked for this forever, but hands off my phone.
Ouch, that hurt. Pot Hotspot's phone just electrocuted me, and now it won't turn on anymore, friends. It's broken. Well, let's check right away if there's still something inside his doll, and wow. I still feel something in his rib cage. Let's cut that open right away. Let's see what's in here. I'm reaching in. Wow, I feel something. What is it? Such a small package. Something's in there. Wow, a mystery package. Inside is a steel, a brain rot figure. I'll open it. See who's inside. It's Him. I love him. That was too cool. Now I can't feel anything in Pot Hotspot's doll anymore, unfortunately. But that's okay because we have so many other cool brain rot dolls. And since I can no longer stand the stench here, we'll continue now with the stinky spaghetti toiletti doll. Let's see right away where the stench from the doll comes from. Maybe it just stinks like that. Spaghetti toiletti is a toilet. They do stink sometimes, but what is in here? It looks like that's spaghetti, but it's covered in some brown stuff. Oh, that's not what I think it is it, friends? But that's actually not what smells so bad. That actually smells quite delicious. Let's give this a try. Whoa, these are spaghetti with chocolate sauce, friends. Yes, tasty. What are they doing in the spaghetti to